What is up, everybody? Welcome to another Monday night live with the Cranky Canadian. We have another great guest. I hope you guys are ready to chop it up in the chat, ask some questions, and have some fun talking about comics.
I'm Streetside Anthony, and you're watching the Cranky Canadian.
All right. Always love seeing Streetside Anthony. And not going to wait any longer. Let me introduce my guest this week. Everybody on Instagram knows her as Skeletonkeycomics. Sami, thanks for being on the show. Say hello to everybody.
Hey, thanks so much for having me. This is awesome. Very exciting, and I'm nervous at the same time.
Yeah. Nothing to be nervous about. I'm just a big teddy bear. They only call me Cranky, but I'm not. I'm semi in a good mood most of the time.
Oh yeah, good guy.
So we got 14 watching. I'm going to reach out to the chat here. Michael Benston was the first one in there. First in the chat. Woohoo! Uncanny Swag. Newbie Comics. What's up, my Canadian brother? 3 Men in a Basement. 1/3 of 3 Men. Otto from the Grotto. We have Sid Lorley from Spine Ticks. Matthew Fox. Chinmo. Who else we got here? Alex Garcia, the illustrator. Man behind all our new logos and everything here at 3 Men in the Basement. Uncanny Swag. Hip Hop is me. Just recently had him on. That was a lot of fun. Let me see. Bobby S. Subiday. We have Michael P. We have Spidey Powder Tumblers. What's up, Jose Gonzalez? The Comic Forge. Guy Forge in the house. What's up? 1/3 of the Pressable Deffects. And I think that's everybody right now. So if I missed you, sorry about that. Guys, don't be afraid to ask questions in the chat, comments. You know how we do in the chat on 3 Men in the Basement. If anybody is not following Sami, Skeletonkeycomics, if you go to the description of this video, there's a link to her Instagram page. So make sure you follow her, as well as the links to all of the friends of the channel. You know who they are: the Defects, the Warriors, Thoro, Spine Ticks, Aegis Comics of Alaska, all the people. All their links are down in there. All the people that helped make our channel what it is. Jay Salsa's in the house. What's up, brother? All right. So, Sami, welcome to Live with the Cranky Canadian. So why don't you tell people kind of, who you are, kind of where you're from, what part of the country, a little bit about yourself. Not too much, because I got questions to ask.
Okay, sounds good. So I'm Sami. We're over on the East Coast. So I grew up a military brat. My dad was in the Air Force. And now Tony, my husband, he's in the military, so we're a military family. Doing the comic thing. We've got 2 little ones. And yeah, it's in a nutshell, besides the comics.
Where on the East Coast are you? I live on the East Coast. So.
South Carolina.
Nice. I live in Connecticut, if you didn't know that.
Nice.
So, all right. So, I found you on Instagram through just comics, pop up. We follow each other. So you started your page like in 2018. So what made you start that page, and how did you come up with Skeletonkeycomics?
So what we did is, actually, me and Tony both have had personal IG accounts, right? Then Tony just rarely ever used his, so we actually turned his into Skeletonkeycomic business account instead of just renaming a new account. So Tony made his Instagram in 2019, but actually last year he had 8 followers on his personal, and we transitioned it into business account in July. So we started the Skeletonkey account in July of last year.
Right. So, all right. So, because when you go back, I always like to go back on my guests, like accounts, and go like all the way back to see what they posted first. And you had some cool cosplay stuff. I see your kids at one point. You and Tony were Daredevil and Electro, which was pretty neat. And your boys were like the Hulk and stuff. And then you had a bunch of videos of Tony working out. So I'm assuming that's when it was his personal account.
Yes. He was when he was deployed. He his workout videos. Yeah.
So last year, about a year ago, is when you really started seriously posting comic book stuff. So is that like what made that switch go? You know what? Was it like being home with COVID, like you had nothing else better to do, or?
Well, you know, when Tony and I first met, he got deployed 2 weeks later. So we were together for basically the first year of our relationship. He was deployed, and we were just connecting over, you know, different comic book characters, you know, others too. And then he came back, and we started, you know, looking at different comics together. Reading, I was reading trade paperbacks. He was reading his regular issues and collecting on the side. He got deployed again, and then we were talking about it as more of like a business to do together, because he had been selling on eBay and comics grade for like 7 years, but we hadn't actually done it together as a business until we got back to deployment the second time. And COVID, you know, so we were like, man, we have so much time on our hands, like to interact with others about comic, and that's really just what got us to transition from only putting up stuff here and there on eBay to all in Comic Fam Instagram.
Yeah, I mean, you're posting regular. I mean, you do live auctions now or claim sales. You're always doing unboxings. Comic talk. I see you do every once in a while. You do videos with Nerdy Girl. You guys just kind of hang out. And you had one where they had this drink recipe on there. How was that? Was that any good?
Yeah, it was actually really good. Hers a lot better than mine. She used blackberry, so it actually ended up being like Hulk green. I used blueberries, which just dyed mine like this weird brownish green blue hot color. It was funny, but it tasted good. It was fun.
That's funny. And then recently you've done a couple like TikTok style videos. Like you had me dying with the Reggie Collects one where you were doing like his intro.
Yes. Okay. So I like, you know, it's an over guy to go through books, right? Takes all night long when kids are asleep. So I just roll through, my lady has been rolling through Reggie's videos. So his intro came into the next video, and I said it all out loud, and I was like, wow. So I made videos. It was super fun.
Yeah, you had me dying. I definitely thought that was at first because you know the videos start playing before I have sound on them, and I'm like, what the hell is she doing? Then you know you hit the sound button, you realize your mouth and everything he's saying.
Yeah.
So, and congrats on the Fantastic 448, by the way. That was pretty cool.
Oh, thank you.
That was a purchase, or was that a purchase or a raffle win, or
to purchase? Yeah. Yep, to purchase. And that was getting the grails done, you know.
Yeah, Tony didn't seem too excited for you though. I don't.
He was excited for me, but Silver Surfer doesn't really do it for him. You know, Silver Surfer has been like a childhood baby for me.
Yeah, so that's why it's one of your
definitely
girls, right?
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely.
I don't know if it's me or it's you, but you're really choppy. I don't know. Maybe you could shut off that laptop. Maybe you're killing the Wi-Fi.
Yeah. Maybe.
So when you, as far as now that all this stuff that you're doing on Instagram, what do you enjoy better, the live stuff or doing like those TikTok videos and stuff?
I enjoy both because they're very different. Like with the reels, you know, they're only 15 seconds long, and you don't get to actually like in the moment interact with the comic fam, but they're really fun to do. Now I love lives probably better because I get to interact with the comic fam.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of being live as well, for sure. That's why I started the show. So when you decided, you and Tony decided this is what we're going to do, I'm sure you started like the rest of us kind of paying attention more to other Instagram people, YouTube, Instagram comic pages. Like what are the people that you were watching to kind of like get ideas on what you wanted to do or learn from, you know, that kind of thing? Like who were you following closely?
You know, actually before Tony got back from being deployed this past time, on my personal account, I was watching Dusty Sales to Astonish's sales, and I really liked the way that he was doing things. And so when Tony and I started doing our business, I actually reached out to him because I was like, hey, I wasn't sure if he was gonna write back, you know what I mean? I messaged him. I was like, hey, I love your sales, and my husband and I are thinking about doing live sales one of these days. And I like asked him, basically how it works and stuff like that. And he got back and just been connecting. We connected for a while before we actually did the first live sale. And I also asked him, who is like good to like reach out to and buy books from and stuff like that. And he kind of like helped like guide us through the ocean of the comic fan when we first came in on Instagram.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, it's the community is very good like that. I think all of us have stories of people that either we reached out to that were very happy to help, or reached out to us to offer help, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
So your first cameo on YouTube was this show, Live with the Kranky Canadian. Your first cameo,
Yes.
First appearance in cameo was the Rapid Fire when Mama Comics Lucy was on here. Now your first full appearance is also Live with the Kranky Canadian. I'm kind of honored, Joe.
Yeah, it's also funny. It's fun.
So when are you going to make that transition? You have any thoughts of making a YouTube channel and making that transition to YouTube, whether it's in conjunction with other people or going on to other people's shows?
I don't think, for at least while Tony's still in the service, I don't think we'll have a YouTube channel. I'm not sure. That might be like the one extra thing that we can't handle time-wise. But it is so much fun, like hopping on here, like being invited in and chatting.
Yeah, I mean, and there's a lot of channels out there that you would have that opportunity, I'm sure,
Oh,
but,
yeah.
It's one of those things. Yeah, you're right. I mean, it does take time. You can't just kind of like start a YouTube channel and think you're going to grow it by, just kind of every once in a while throwing yourself out there.
Right, yeah.
So we've got some new people in the chat. I want to read shout out. T. Ravis was in the house. I know I saw Matt Forge, Pressable Deffects. The Butcher was in here. Roman Curtis stayed awake for 3 minutes to say hello to the chat. Emerald Knight, Chris Hyper Combo, another one of my Canadian brothers. And Michael P. I think that was all I saw. Jay Salsa, I think I already said hi to him. Matthew Fox. All right. Just to kind of go off rails a little bit, just because I want to use a little time to plug something on my own. So if anybody doesn't follow me on Instagram, if anybody's on here just to see Sami, okay, you're watching the 3 Men in the Basement channel right now on YouTube. Please, please, please make sure that you subscribe to our channel. All right, make sure you subscribe to our channel. Hit that notification bell so that when we do videos, you get notification. Like this video, leave a comment, all that good stuff. If you happen to be here just because you knew Sami were going to be on, we would appreciate you subbing up. But on Instagram, I'm doing a charity raffle in conjunction, 3 Men in the Basement with Pressable Deffects, for a charity called Paulie Strong. Paulie was a 10-year-old boy who here he is right here. And he got cancer, and it took him quickly, but the little time that he was alive, he decided he wanted to make a difference and create awareness for childhood cancer. And Paulie Strong, one of the things that this charity got pointed out to me through Guy Forge, who one of the things that they do is they buy Legos, fresh Lego sets, and they deliver them to the kids at Sloan Kettering Pediatric Cancer Wing. And I was like, you know what? I donate quite a bit of my time to the cancer community. And with COVID, I felt like I haven't done anything. So we decided to do this raffle, $10 a spot, straight fill. And all these books were donated. These are prizes. First, we do it like a regular raffle. First place picks their book. Second place picks next, and then so on until everything's gone. You got these books and these books. We've got 23 books that have been donated so far. by the generous people in the comic community. We're going to run this raffle until Sunday. And come Sunday, I'm going to end it, and I'm going to put everybody in a group chat, and we're going to collect the money, and we're going to do it on randomizer. And I'm going to donate this money to Pauly Strong, because on top of the Legos, they do donate money to research. And if anybody knows me, I lost my sister to cancer. She had an opportunity at a clinical trial and was denied because she wasn't the perfect candidate. She gave up. She'd lost her life 2 months later. So I know firsthand what not having enough money for research will do to somebody who's fighting for their life. So if you are on Instagram, go check out the Pauly Strong charity raffle. You can find it either on it's on my page, but you can find it through the 3 Men in the Basement Instagram page, through the Pressable Deffects, hashtag Pauly Strong. You'll probably be able to find it that way as well. And it's for a great cause. I'm at about 160 people, 160 spots sold. So the more we can do, the more money we can donate. So Sami, thanks for letting me take a few minutes to kind of plug that.
That's awesome.
Rick Yanni, what? So here, this guy used to be called the neighbor. For those of you who don't know, Rick decided to move to Florida. So you are no longer the neighbor; you're the ex-neighbor. So you're gonna have to find a new neighbor, brother. Sorry, you decided to leave me after 12 years. You're on your own. All right, Sami, what is the first thing you ever collected? Did you collect something when you were a little kid?
Barbies.
Barbies?
Yep. Barbies, and my parents helped us, and I'm very thankful for it, collect Pokemon cards when we were really, really little.
I used to collect Barbies too. No, I'm just kidding. I still play with the Barbies. No, I'm just kidding.
But yeah, Barbies was, definitely first thing.
Do you still have any of those?
I do. Of course, I have my parents at their house. I have a large amount that are opened, but they also collected my favorites that are still packaged.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So when did you start collecting comics? When did that become
I started collecting comics, I would say about 2.5 years ago. So I started, my favorites are 90s, I'm not going to lie. I have loved Storm and Silver Surfer. They are like my number ones. But those 90 covers.
Yeah, the foil and the big feet, or the no feet, I should say. Yeah, Liefeld did wonders for the comic book industry back then.
That's so funny. Yeah, glow in the dark, the foils, the holograms, the emboss. Yeah.
I do like the foils. You see the old X-Men issue #1 where there was like 5 different foil covers. Those are pretty cool.
Oh, I haven't. X-Men 300 is my favorite. The one with all like the silver X's in the background.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely an era, like anything, I guess, in the 80s and 90s, between the hair and the music and the fashion.
Those comics were extra.
So do you have so I always ask this question, so with our social medias, and whether it's YouTube or Instagram, we always try to stay relevant with collecting, relevant with comic news, movie news, speculations, that kind of thing, that we don't always get to share things that we might enjoy as part of our collection because they're not really relevant with today's collecting. So do you have anything that you have like in your collection that you don't get to really share because it's not kind of relevant in the content you're trying to create?
The most comic that is not relevant at all is my Barbie comics. Barbie fashion and Barbie 1, has like the poly bag, the coat, the little hanger, the door hanger has like the little credit card. Totally not relevant.
So that was actually a comic book? Yeah, you gotta go get it. You gotta show us that.
Yeah, he's gonna go get it. Yeah. I had collected them. Barbie fashion and Barbie 1. I had collected them, and then Tony found them for me polybagged, and I was like totally mind blown because the polybag comics have all the goodies.
Yeah, of course. That's why they're in a poly bag, right?
Yeah.
But those new the new Deadpool cards that everybody was going crazy for in a 50-cent comic book, you know?
I was excited to share that one. So when everyone was going nuts over the Deadpool card, I was like, "Oh, I actually collect that one for $1."
It's amazing.
Yeah.
So the Barbie thing was a comic book?
Yes, Tony's grabbing it right now. Yep.
And it came with a hanger and a
Yeah, it came with a little door hanger, credit card. Oh, here they are. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah. So Barbie fashion.
That's so funny.
Yeah, it has a little door hanger. And then this one has a little credit card.
Oh, look at that. That is hysterical.
So funny story. My dad used to do my hair before school, and then he would go to work. While he was doing my hair, we would watch, the X-Men cartoons, Silver Surfer, Transformers. And when he would go like on a TV or to deployment, he'd come back with toys. So this one time he came back with this Silver Surfer doll, and I was in love. I don't remember Ken existing after that point. So Silver Surfer and Barbie got married, and they just lived together in the dream house. But it's funny as an adult because, I just got, Silver Surfer Volume 1 and the FF48. My other Barbie comic, I'm going to get graded, and then I'm just going to keep those two together always.
Put them on the wall next to each other.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you don't have any of your Barbie comics graded yet?
Not yet. But that's the next one to go. Yeah.
One of the ones you just showed?
I have them in the non-poly bag form also.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So those are
so you'll be able to have one in a poly bag and
graded.
One graded. Nice.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed at a 9.8, or are they not that good a condition?
I don't think they're super great in the condition that they're in, but it was one of those really exciting wild finds that's very like, you have that personal wild find, and it's like, I don't care if this comes back at 2.0. I found this.
Yeah, I think we all got those.
Yeah.
So let's take the Barbie out and the FF48 out and ask you what's your favorite comic in your collection. Because those are the obvious ones. So if you take away those two,
I would say X-Men 94.
Yeah, graded?
Yes.
What grade do you have that at?
At a 5, I believe. Tony's grabbing it. Maybe. It's on my wall right now. But yeah. Oh, I just heard him pop it off the wall.
Thank God for Tony.
I know.
You didn't know this was show and tell?
Right. Thank God for Tony. Here it is.
Nice.
Yep. One day we'll get that giant size X-Men one, but
it's got the X-Men label on it too.
Yeah.
Fancy X-Men label.
Yeah.
Love it.
This is my favorite. And it's my first big girl book that I got. Yeah.
Well, Lucy's late. She's sorry, but she's here, right? Better luck.
Better late than never.
So, you have any kind of funny titles or quirky books that you collect that you're just kind of like, I collect them because I think they're neat kind of thing?
I just recently started getting into those pulp romance books. You know what I mean? Where it's like super dramatic on the cover.
You like romance comics?
Yeah. They're like really old. Really old. Like
old ones, I
Silver Age. Yeah. They have like Silver Age. I think they have some in the Golden Age too. This is like super recent thing I've been collecting. Tony just wants to go get them.
Do they have good stories in them? Are you reading, or you just like the covers? You like the concept of the mag of the comic?
I love the cover. I love the concept. I haven't gotten to read one yet.
It's tough to just read a comic randomly because if you don't read the 104, you don't really know what's going on.
Yeah. I do like flipping through though too. But yeah, Tony would jump to go grab them. I did not have my books prepared.
Yeah, I guess not. Who that says thank you for selling him some Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle books a month ago.
Hey, yeah, no problem. That's awesome. Hey.
I'm sure she's saying thanks for buying them. I did not know that they had romance comic books.
Yeah. I don't know who made them. Like, this is like super recent as of like, I think I bought my first ones like 3 weeks ago. So
you just like a typical collector. You find something that's neat and all of a sudden you need to collect them.
oh yeah, I found a Happy Days. I guess it should be in the mail in a couple days. I got Happy Days coming in the mail. I'm about to order an I Love Lucy.
Oh, that's awesome. Those are pretty cool. That's nostalgic, you know, like remember watching those shows.
Yeah, like with your I watched those with my grandparents. So it's like the memories are there, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I'm the youngest of 7, so I watched it with my parents. My parents.
Okay, there. Tony got them. Career Girl Romance.
Career Girl Romance. Yep, never heard of that.
I know, right?
I want to hear from the chat. No lying. Have you ever seen these or read these books?
Career Girl Romance. I've never shared these with my mom. They're not relevant, like at all. So, but I like them a lot. It's like when I saw them, I was like, okay, these are for me.
Listen, you're preaching to the choir. Listen, my 2 biggest collections are 1 hip hop variants and 2 ASM 300 cover swipes. So they're just random. Most of them ain't worth shit. I just really like them. So
that's awesome.
No, thank God nobody in the chat's lying about reading them.
Tony just brought down my PC. Here's some more. The adult coloring book variants. If anyone's wondering, I do plan on coloring these. Sorry if anyone's like.
I was just about to ask you that.
I am. I'm one of those collectors. I have to live it all, you know?
I don't know if I've got patience, man. There's a lot of little lines there.
There is. But they'd be fun. Yeah.
Just don't let your kids at them. Kids will grab them and be like, I can color this in.
Right? Help me, boys.
So do you actively collect anything else besides comics?
Not really. Oh, I think about it. Just the comics. I actually had to think a second, but no. Just
nothing.
Comics.
All right. So we tell Otto and I always have this conversation that we tend to find that people who collect comics are just collectors at heart. So normally they're like, one of my last guests was like, not really. Oh, wait a minute. I collect this. I collect that. I collect this. It's like they don't even realize what you're doing is collecting. You know, like, if you're buying multiple of a certain type of thing, that is collecting. Where do you think? Even if you only got 2 or 3 of them, you are collecting them.
Oh yeah, Tony's over here reminding me of everything. We have a ton of Magic the Gathering cards. I have all the basketball and I don't know what I have. Basketball for sure. I think some baseball cards, like hundreds of them, that I collected with my dad when I was little. Have an older LeBron James ball that's signed by his whole team. But I haven't kept up with the markets. I just collected those things like so long ago.
Lucy thinks that you might collect Starbucks cups.
You do have a lot of cups.
That's a collection, Sammy. Whether you believe it or not, that's a collection.
Yeah, I see covers of those.
People don't even realize that they're collecting things until you go, well, you have 10 of these. That's a collection.
This is true. Yeah, you're right. You start thinking about it, and it's like, oh, wait.
So you collect a lot of things, just like the rest of us. Yeah. You don't always know why you collect them, but you just do. I think that's the appeal to collecting comics as well. You know, you see a cover you think is cool, you read a story that you like, Well, so you know, you have 30 of them, and you don't even know why you have 30 of them. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, so true.
So you used to collect cards. I mean, what? I mean, this new resurgence of card collecting that just went on, and people are going absolute crazy for it. Don't you think that's a good time to pull out all those old cards of yours and see if you got any gold mines?
I have them out. You know what? I have like a small handful of Shat cards, and you know, like when you have like the kids and like not making excuses, but the comic thing, the passion for the cards was there when my dad and I were collecting them forever ago. And I mean, I was little. But like today, I just have them because my dad and I collected them when I was little. And now I'm like looking at this market space like, oh my gosh, I do not know what I'm doing here.
Yeah, I'm sure.
So overwhelming for
I'm
sure.
sure. I mean, you have 2 young kids. I'm surprised you're able to collect comics. I think majority will tell us, majority of the people who collect will tell you there's that span of their life where they were into it, then they had to stop to raise a family. And now, and I think it's part of the reason that we have these conversations about why the comic book industry is blowing up right now, is because all those people from, you know, guys my age who the nostalgia of comic books and all that, and now we have the money to buy those things that we had when we were younger, you know, and you're starting to see that in some of these 90s, like you said, the 90s, you know, a lot of these people that were growing up with comics in the 90s are now starting to get money to buy these books. That's why you see a New Mutants 98 at a 9.8 going for berserker money right now, because the people who grew up with that now want to own it again, you know?
Yeah, agreed. Yeah.
It's that nostalgia, remembering your childhood. You know, I just recently bought a couple Thundercats, a couple Transformers, and they weren't cheap, but that's what I remember, man. Like my childhood, you know, wanting the Spider-Man. You know, this guy behind me. I mean, that's what I grew up with, those cartoons, and you know, the nostalgia of buying those books and getting them in and displaying them.
No, it's so true. And even like kids, like I have like several you know, comic members who are parents, and me and Tony collect what the boys love also. And we have a lot of comic fan friends who also collect what their kids love. And Transformers for kids is huge. Like the cartoons are awesome, the toys. Like we have so many Transformers toys. So we have Transformers 1 in the boys' PC just because for them, because they love it. You know, Miles Morales, like different characters. There's parents who collect also for their kids as well. So I think that also has a huge impact on it also.
All right, we have a super chat from Sleepy Roman Curtis. 2-part question. What are your kids' favorite superheroes?
So I would say Miles Morales for sure, Spider-Man, and the X-Men has made like its way into our household. They love the show, especially our youngest. Our oldest isn't too much into superheroes, but they love DC Supergirls. It's like a newer show that came out. It has like the guy team that came in too. I don't know much about DC. They probably know more than I do about DC. But I would say like that variety. And Teen Titans. They've recently gotten into the Teen Titans show. So yeah, a good handful. Show. Yeah.
And do your kids influence what you and Tony put on Instagram? What you guys kind of show off?
Do they influence what we show off? I don't think so. I think a couple times, or just once, I showed the Miles Morales we had picked up. That's in our youngest PC. But other than that, they don't really influence like what we post. As far as like the comics, did I answer that right?
You asking me or you? I'm like, I don't know. You asking me or you asking Tony?
That's a good question.
But I think that somewhat they do, because you have posts where all of a sudden they'll show up, and next thing you know, you're showing off books that they're handing you, and you had a stack that came in for one of your son's birthdays, right? From somebody, and he was pulling all these X-Men books out and stuff. So I mean, that kind of influence. I may not influence when it's just you and Tony after you put the kids to bed, but you don't even realize it. But I think they do influence some of the stuff, some of the content you put out.
Oh yes, absolutely. In that way, that's a good point.
I'm going to give Roman Curtis, thank you for the super chat, man. I really appreciate it. I'm going to give you a little burning money. Just burning the money. Thanks for the super chat, brother. I appreciate it.
Fine.
We got 30 people watching still. Awesome stuff, guys. If you have any questions for Sami or myself, please feel free to type it in the chat.
Let's see. Someone said, Lords of the Long Box said, has Roger asked what her last meal would be yet? Oh, just put it on the screen.
Tivo, you want to join me to do the rapid fire? That hasn't come yet. You're more than welcome to wait around and see what her answer is, though. No, you got different answers when you're on it. I gotta change it up, Tim. I can't just, when I do rapid fire, I can't give everybody the same questions over and over. I gotta change it up. That'd be boring.
Right. And then
So at least now you know one of the questions you're gonna get. Thanks a lot. What was your favorite childhood cartoon?
X-Men, 100%.
Like the yellow suit rogue flying around X-Men. I have to agree with. I definitely would have to agree with that. I absolutely love that show too. It's part of that nostalgia.
Absolutely.
Favorite movie?
Oh boy.
It doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be comic related. I mean,
yeah. The Notebook. I watched that more than no other movie. Yeah.
Really?
The Notebook.
Mm-hmm. Can't say that I've seen it. Must be a chick flick.
Yeah. Tony said chick flick that'll make you cry.
How about music wise? What was your favorite band to listen to?
Right now it's Beyonce for sure. 100%. I love me some Beyonce.
I'm gonna agree to disagree with you.
I was gonna say you had to mow the signs.
Yeah, I am not a Beyonce fan whatsoever. I don't like it has nothing to do with music, but I can see why. She's got some catchy stuff. I mean, she doesn't write any of it or sing most of it, but so you go on your Instagram. You go back all the way to 2016 without knowing your other Instagram page, and you see that you like comic books. You get your kids. I even found out that you like the hula hoop. That was pretty interesting. You're a hooper? Is that what you call it? Hooping?
Yes. It's a lot of fun.
So you go through all your social media. What is something nobody could know about you just by looking at your social media?
Probably that we, oh gosh, that's hard because we have this family presence. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We like having that family, that sense of family. Homeschool and that our oldest is special needs. So probably those two things are things probably people wouldn't like us be able to figure out by scrolling through everything.
Right. Yeah, I definitely can't see that through social media for sure, right?
No.
How did the hoop thing start? What did you call it? Hooping?
Yeah, hooping. So I lived in Japan for 3 years, and hooping is a really big thing there. And so me and a couple of my girlfriends started doing it. There you would use an LED hoop in the dark, so it just looks so cool. Yeah, that's how I started.
Back in the day, you were at a rave with a glow in the dark hula hoop. Is that what you're telling me? Is that what you just admitted to everybody? I don't know. I guess it's an art. I mean, you had that thing flying around your arm, your head, and everything. And I was like, I would have poked something out for sure.
It's a lot of fun.
That's fun. You're funny. You're a funny guy, Timo. He says, I'm about to get the Beyonce Army Attack in the comments. That's all right.
Jeez.
That's all right. If I can get through my my birthday lashing that I got from you guys, I can get through a few people hating on me because I don't like Beyonce. That's funny. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. When I get off air tonight, I'm gonna go in my bedroom and I'm gonna try hula hooping to Beyonce.
There you go.
Specifically, single ladies.
Oh, there you go. Perfect.
Very funny guy. We got a lot of funny people in the chat. All right, so we're at this point right here. Rapid fire with the Kranky Canadian. So you were a part of this with Mama, with Lucy. So the idea is to answer the first thing that pops in your head. If you wish to explain a little more, that's fine too. All right, okay. You ready?
Yes.
Starbucks or Dunkin'?
Starbucks.
Mexican food or Chinese food?
Ooh, Mexican.
Batman or Superman?
Superman.
All right. That totally made up for the Beyonce thing. Vanilla or chocolate?
Chocolate.
Iron Man or Cap?
Iron Man.
Would you rather spend a day hanging out on the beach or by the pool?
The beach.
If you could visit anywhere in the world, where would you go? If time and money weren't an issue.
Germany.
Germany?
Yeah.
Dog or cat?
Dog.
If you could have dinner with 3 people, dead or alive, real or fictional, who would it be?
Ooh, Storm. Silver Surfer. And Marilyn Monroe.
Well, that'd be a great dinner. Sell tickets to that. When you were 10, what did you want to be when you grew up?
A soccer player.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice. See what you find out about people? You get to go on a date this Saturday. Do you want a fancy candlelight dinner or a night of dancing?
Ooh, a night of dancing.
I thought you'd surprise me. If someone were to play you in a movie, who would you want it to be?
Halle Berry.
Oh, that's a good one. I thought you were going to say Beyonce, but Halle Berry's a good one too. She was a good storm. And here, just for TiVo, what would your last meal be?
Oh boy, sushi. 100%.
That's it. You got one last time you're eating, and that's all you're having is some sushi.
Oh yeah, some sushi.
Eat as much as you want. If you could win an Olympic medal for any sport that is real or fake, what would it be?
Oh wow, that's hard. High jumping.
High jumping?
Yeah.
Like with the... Oh, that's a pole vault. High jumping, huh? And if you could have any superpower, what would it be?
Ooh. I'd say the power to read minds, but also to be able to like turn it off.
Yeah, I could see that. That would probably drive you nuts, knowing what people are thinking all the time.
But I feel like as a mom, it would be helpful.
I'm sure it'd be helpful in many instances, not just as a parent, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, you passed the rapid fire. That wasn't too painful, was it?
No, that's awesome.
Jay, I used this cup tonight just for you, Jay. People like my large cups, all different colors.
I do like the color of that cup, actually. Like a mint
It's Easter.
green.
It's my Easter color. It's pastel, man. It matches the shirt I wore yesterday for Easter. Don't judge me. All right, so if anybody in the chat has anything more they want to ask Sami, I'm going to wrap things up here. We've been going for, 50 minutes, close to an hour here. Just want to go over a few things. This weekend, we are going to be ending our pre-sale for our t-shirts. If you guys want a 3 Men in a Basement t-shirt, they kind of look like a little bigger, reach out to Everett or myself, or just go right to the 3 Men in a Basement Instagram page and send us a message. $25 ship, 6 colors, any size, I think up to 4 or 5X or something like that. So don't wait, because we're going to put these orders in next week, so we can get them in production. So reach out to us. As I said before, make sure you subscribe to 3 Men in the Basement. Make sure you hit that notification bell. Guys, leave a comment in this video if you're watching on a rewind. Let us know what you want to see, what we can do different, something that we haven't done. And once again, please take part in our charity raffle, 3 Men in the Basement, Pressable Deffects. All the money goes to Pauly Strong. 100% of the money we collect, because we are going to cover shipping for all the prizes. So everything we collect is going to go to the Pauly Strong Foundation. And as I said, here are the prizes. There are 23 prizes. This is page 1 of the prizes. This is page 2 of the prizes, and these prizes and the lists of people that donated and the prizes they donated are in my Instagram post as part of this raffle. And guys, we finally hit it, man. We hit 2,500 subs this Friday, 8 o'clock. It's going to be our live 2,500 subscriber giveaway show. All right. We have so much stuff to give away. It's not even funny. So we got stuff. You still have time to enter. You have to go back and watch our 2,500 sub giveaway video. Leave a comment and hashtag 3MIB to enter. But we also will be giving away stuff to the people that are in the live chat, of course, because those are the people that support us the most. They're in the chat. We've got, $100 credit towards a book on the Shortbox app. Comics, Twos, and Toys donated a mystery box and a slab. Aegis Comic of Alaska sent us a 9.8 Berserker slab, or a 1 of 100 Berserker slab. We've got books coming from all over the place. We're donating stuff. So make sure you're watching Friday, 8 o'clock. It's going to be a lot of fun. You know how we do. Lots of fun in the chat, talking junk, and just giving away a ton of stuff, guys. So make sure you watch on Friday. And I think that's everything. In the description of this video, you'll find, as usual, the links to all the friends of the channel, to all their YouTube channels, and you'll also find the link to Skeletonkeycomics Instagram page. So, Sami, this is the part where I tell everybody what you got going on your Instagram page, what you got coming up. If you have anything to sell, sell it now.
Well, we actually just wrapped up a sale, but here pretty soon we're going to make an announcement about a great sale we're going to be doing, and then our next live auction should be in about a month. But as for now, we love connecting with you guys and chatting over books and PC shares and hunting and all that good stuff. So thank you guys for following if you check us out.
All right. And I really appreciate you coming on the show tonight. It's been a lot of fun.
Yes, thanks for having me.
And, hopefully you realize it's not that scary. And when people ask you to come on, you'll say yes to more YouTube channels, and, Lucy's got a good thing going on with the women in comics and stuff. So you did a great job today. So thanks.
Hey, thanks for having me. This was awesome.
All right. So thank you again, Sami. And on behalf of, 3 Men in the Basement, Dave in the Cave, Everett, I am Roger Levesque, a.k.a. the Kranky Canadian, and we are out. Peace out, and good night, Canada.